Everybody ain't your partner.
Why the fuck these niggas wanna go against the grain?
Yeah.
Why the fuck these niggas wanna drag a nigga name? True story. I know some niggas who hurt me, they hurt me. A couple bitches who hurt me, they hurt me. The jury don't want me to make it. The DA, I know that he working. Oh, he working. Prosecutors wanna help me. What? I'm hoping they don't do me dirty. It's 40, I got the bitch dirty. Shoot on go, he shoot perfect.
I keep 100 on me. After what they done to bleed. The same ones who put them to sleep. We all used to be in the G. How could you do me so dirty? How could you wait till I leave? It's like you was hating on purpose. So now you go dive and breathe. I got accused of some murders and bodies, so I did some time in the pen. Trust no motherfucking body again. Niggas ain't solid, nigga. Shit got fucked up. Nigga got fucked up. Now my baby mom on the stand raising her motherfucking head.
Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up and get fucked up, just hold it down and keep it solid. And when you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up and get fucked up, just hold it down and keep it solid. And when you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. I would've killed for you niggas. Now I can't deal with you niggas. Talking to the Grim Reaper, finna get rid of you niggas. So sick of these niggas, claiming they hitters and killers. They not showing out for them bitches, flexing on Instagram pictures. You a duck with it on my life, on my mama, we gon' be straight. My partner looked me in my face before I took that case. And what he do? Then a nigga turn snake, other homie turn snake. But I can't be real with these niggas. Not around, I protect your name, I won't let a nigga talk about you. Everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up and get fucked up, just hold it down and keep it solid. And when you're not around, I protect your name, I won't let a nigga talk about you.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Listen, this has been an amazing day. It has been, oh my God, it's been like a blessed day. No matter what it is that I'm going through, baby, I can say God brought me through. He is still with me and he's not done with me yet. Okay. Listen here, we are going to get into YouTube cameras being jealous, and we're going to get into Jay Wilson. We're going to thank him, and we're going to discuss Queen Tulsa being the first lady of Tabernacle over at Pastor Jay Wilson's house. Okay. Now listen here. Last night I was on. I saw YouTube cameras on. Like usually she isn't on at night. She's usually on during the daytime, right? So I go over there. I pop in and, she's going in. She's like, oh, pastor this, pastor that, this, that, and the third. And then she brought my name up. Then she said, like, yeah, Queen Tulsa. She's the first lady of the Tabernacle. And this, that, and the third. YouTube cameras, I don't have no issues with you. And I don't know why you're going to pull me into what your grievances are with Jay Wilson, because those are your grievances, right? Those are not my grievances. You're upset with him on your own. And so that's why we have this thumbnail right here where it's a queen and a king. I would support Pastor Jay Wilson, no matter if you like it or not, no matter if you feel like I'm the first lady or not. I feel like for you, instead of you trying to criticize me, I think that you need to have a few cups of coffee in the morning. I think you need to slow down. And I think that you need to make it to where your audience can actually hear what you are saying, YouTube cameras. Because, see, this is the thing. We all want to point fingers at everybody, but then we have our own stuff that we need to deal with. I'm gonna be the first. I got my own stuff to deal with. I just come on here, I have fun, I do my thing, right? I don't take it personal. But when you start trying to fabricate a story to fit your audience and to fit a narrative that you are trying to push, girlfriend, I'm just not with it. And I'm going to speak about this since we're talking about Jay Wilson and him transitioning um, his content. You know, Lady Nika, you're on the docket, Sugar Pie. Lady Nika, you are on the docket because you're out here with your antics. You are going way back on your word. And what you said that you are going to do is what Jay Wilson is doing right now. And it didn't take him that long. Lady Nika, you had a month or however long you haven't been on here because I don't watch you. But I did tune in today. But I say this to say that we have these OGs out here. And everybody's been saying, like, oh, well, the OG this, the OG that. And whether if you want to acknowledge it or not, you got to give this man a round of applause. It takes a lot for you to say, hey, you know what? I'm done with this. I want to do something different. It's not really adding up to my real life. It's not really I'm not being fed, right? Like it was fun and games, but now it's starting to get a little boring and it's starting to get a little dry. And so as we see that there are new people, as people are saying they're coming in the beef sector, such as myself. But see, this is the thing. I've been around for a while. And you can ask Octavius Prime about that because Octavius said that, you know, I had went at him. Shout out to Real Mama Fifi being a royal member. She says, hey, Tulsa love. Hey, how are you? And thank you for being a royal member. Make sure you use your emotes. Let's thank you, and we'll be right back. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for your loyalty back into the content. So when we talk about the OGs and things like that, we see a majority. Well, we see a majority of them just out here just losing their minds. And the reason why I brought Lady Nika up is because today she had a panel, and you know she said she hadn't been here for a while. And she mentioned that nobody will be talking about kids. And if y'all go and watch her live, y'all will see that she protected Pizarro and let everybody else go at it. I want to point this out because you have people out here acting like they don't know what's going on. And they want a lot of questions answered from Jay Wilson. But why don't they have that same heat for Lady Nika? Lady Nika, you come out here. Didn't nobody tell you to do it? Didn't nobody force you to do it? Didn't nobody encourage you to do it? Didn't nobody pay you to do it? But you had come out here and said that you were done with the beef sector. You said that these are the words out of your mouth. I'm done with the beef sector. I'll come back. It's going to be some different content, this, that, and the third. Then you claim that you want to protect the sisters, but then you putting the sisters in harm's way, unbeknownst to Diva. You let ZX up on that panel. Y'all always talking about what a real man is and what a real man ain't, and this, that, and the third. But y'all sit up here and let this man go at your sisters because you upset with that sister. I don't think that's right. I think it's very contradictory, and it makes me feel like you enjoy watching a woman be assaulted by a man. Yes, I said yes, I said assault because it's verbal assault. It's verbal assault. You're sitting out here, you're seeing all this, and then you want to apologize later, but you've already said it. That's what you meant. That was in your heart. It was on your mind. Is Mama Fifi says Pizarro is a ish starter and a liar who whines when things don't go her way. And see, this is the thing. Lady Nika, and y'all could inform me if I'm right or wrong, but if memory serves me correctly, Lady Nika said that she's always going to support Pizarro and she's always going to support pizza because she has children their age. She enjoys them and they keep her youthful. Do y'all remember her saying that? But when we talk about this, like, right, okay, you want to be their friends and things like that, but you have this woman coming on here. And Lady Nika, as much as you say that you're going to your appointments and things like that, you ain't never told Pizarro that she could use a little therapy. She was just up bright and early this morning listening to her gospel music. And as soon as that ran out, she became demonic. Talking about me and my kids and, some other nefarious things, putting whistles out for people to call CPS on me and my family. Calling animal control and all that. I ain't brought it to the internet because I didn't want to give y'all any content. I didn't want to give that's troll food. So now that I brought it out on Pastor Jay Wilson's channel, I was able to speak my truth. So if you try to throw it up against me, it's not going to hit the same. You said, no, I missed her. Yeah, she was live. When it comes to YouTube cameras, and I'm kind of like all over the place with this one. YouTube cameras, I would just suggest you to just kind of leave me out of your beefs. Don't like try to drag me in because I haven't drug you in anything lately. Like you haven't even been on my radar. But if you want to get on the radar, you just let me know and I will gladly put you up on the radar. Okay. He said Pizarro need to take care of her kids. Well, that's the thing. She has a lot to say about everybody else, and she can go at everybody else's kids, but don't let Lady Nika hear you say that because you gonna get checked. Listen, Lady Nika gives her a pass, and to be honest, Lady Nika is simply a sack of crap. And I'm trying to think of my words carefully, y'all. Like, I'm really trying to think of my words carefully. Shout out to Miss Delphi. Hey, Miss Delphi, how you doing? I'll do like seven more minutes of commentary, then I'll drop the link. She's on here too much to care then. Absolutely. And so when we talk about parenting and things like that, I've been very transparent. I've been open. I've been honest. I've had my children on my live with me. We've done cooking videos. I'm very a part of my children's lives. If y'all don't know, my kids are in sports. My kids are like really thriving. And to be honest, me and my family, we're in a great place. We're in a great place, a great space. And my focus is really on my children. Like I have a junior. So preparing my junior for senior year, making sure my baby has everything that they need. What is it that you want to do in life? My baby wants to be an engineer. So when it comes to that, we're definitely not the same. You guys, y'all take this YouTube thing so serious. This is a fantasy world, okay, where the fantasies are welcome, right? This is fantasy world. We're just doing our thing on here. but it's also a place where you can actually connect and network and meet great people. I know a lot of people be saying, oh, there's no friends on YouTube. Well, if you get a good friend off of here, I'm going to tell you, keep that relation to yourself. Keep that relationship to yourself. I have supporters that have been here since, I really can't say day one, but they've saw the journey. And I would never come out here and blast somebody that supported me when I really needed them the most. And I think that's another thing when it comes to support from the supporters. I noticed that people are getting doxxed and people get upset, and I feel like those are mental issues that they need to go and sit and talk to a therapist about. It's a lot of projection on here. Hey, Mama Fifi, Miss Ovi said. But yeah, I just come on here. I have a good time. And like I said, I really wanted to clarify some things when it had come to Jay Wilson, because I see people lining up plays and plots and this and that, and working with certain people to be against me. And like I told Jay Wilson today, Jay Wilson, I appreciate you, brother. Because if you listen to some of his lives, some of them can be informative, like outside of the beef and stuff. Like you can really learn some things. And my thing was, I always surrounded myself with seasoned people that were educated, that were wise, so I can learn from them, because they've been through so much in life. They could share some of their life lessons with me, so I don't have to make those same mistakes. And so when it comes to our seasoned people, I appreciate you. What else did I want to mention on this live? Diva Tomboyish and Olivia the Oracle. So Olivia decides that she's going to roll herself in the kitchen and cut her phone on and jump on Lady Nika's live. Oh, this was another thing. Lady Nika lies so much, y'all. She said that she was letting ops and everybody up on the panel. If y'all look at my community wall, here, actually, I'm going to bring it up. Okay, so I'm going to go to my community wall right quick. And Lady Nika, she lied in front of her audience. She said that she was bringing people up. I was backstage because I wanted to get in on whatever was cooking up there on her panel. Okay? I wanted to get in on whatever it was that she was cooking up on her panel. And she lied to y'all. She said, oh, anybody can come up. I'm about to show y'all a screenshot right quick. Give me 1 second. Lady Nika lied again, because I was backstage and I was waiting for my turn to get up, and she never just brought me up. All right, so this is it right here. Hold on, can I click the picture? Okay, so this picture right here, I was backstage. And y'all see Nubology was up there. Y'all see her little banner right here. I was upstage. I tagged Diva. I said, Diva, she lied. I was backstage. She didn't let me up. I was trying to go at ZX. And then let's get into this. This lady ain't ish bitch. She gonna get up on camera, and she had a camera slip, and that's what she looks like. Baby, she look like she's very much so in need. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me put this out. Let me put this down here. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link right there. Okay, so the link is up. Were y'all able to see it? Oh no, y'all not able to see it. Hold on. Y'all not able to see that. Hold on. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. I did something wrong. I wanted y'all to see this. So Lady Nika, she lied. She sure did. She lied. She didn't let me up. So it says Diva Tomboyish. I tagged Diva this 3 hours ago. Diva Tomboyish. She lied. I was backstage. She didn't let me up. She did not let me up. I was backstage. It says the Queen Tulsa, you're backstage, and Lady Nika did not let me up. This is her banner. Nubology was up there. And then the lady that tried to come up, ain't shit, bitch. This is what she looks like. This is what she looks like. So while she was trying to go up there and talk about somebody, she should have fixed her hair before she had jumped up on the panel. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, because you never know when you will have a step. Uh,
She tried to
uh,
go at
at Diva.
Diva.
She can't
Yes.
stand Diva. She was buying Diva down from Lemons. I mean, every time Diva got up there, she brought her down again. And finally, Malik, Brooks' husband,
Uh-huh.
he went up there and said, whatever she paid to have Diva knocked down, I'm going to double it. And I jumped up and said, and I'm going to help too. Um, and that girl
Yes.
took her ass. I don't ask me ish. Took her ass on somewhere, and Lord, she should have went and combed her hair. You know, you can never
Yeah.
tell, but you show yourself, so we know you together. But god damn, and you don't even have to see her face, just the hair.
Hmm.
Who the hell walks around with their hair like that? Even in the house, I comb my hair. May have to go out. But I cut my hair the other day, so it's down low.
Hey, oop, let me go on mute.
You good. That's Dory. Hey Norris Tony, how you doing, baby? Um, so Real Mama Fifi. So we were just over at Jay Wilson's channel and we were giving our commentary and things like that. So, he's in a different space now, right? As far as like the content. Um, how do you feel about Jay Wilson giving us his word saying, hey, I'm gonna do something different, I'm gonna switch my content up, and Lady Nika saying, hey, I'm done with this, I'm gonna switch my content up. She comes back, she does the same thing, Jay Wilson does something different. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm happy that Jay has changed. He'll be actually be unique in the beef section because he'll be covering politics, religion, a variety of things, as opposed to beefing. Because we can go to anywhere and beef and get a beef going. There's still a lot of spots, so I'm looking forward to it. I like Jay. I ain't never had no problem with him. So,
Mhm. So how do you feel about Lady Nika saying that she was going to change up her content? And we saw today that she's back in the beef sector. She set Diva up. I'm gonna continue to say that she set Diva up by bringing ZX up to disrespect her. She's supposed to be about women empowerment. I don't see no empowerment in that. What are your thoughts about that?
and nobody should be bringing ZX up on anybody's channel. He's a nasty, very disrespectful male. I ain't gonna call him a man. He's very disrespectful. So, yeah, she was wrong bringing him up. Far as I'm concerned, he needs to go back over to the black section and stay over there.
He
You
need to
know,
get offline.
yeah, yeah. But no, I don't think I don't think she had a plan when she said it. She said that during the time that Pizarro was having what was a sit out or whatever she called it, and she left and nobody cared.
The
Uh,
strike.
life life went on. Yeah, and so I heard her Lady Nika when she left, and I was looking forward to something new. But no, if she right back in the B sector, it's not going to be unique. What Jay is doing is definitely going to be unique.
I can't even believe y'all falling for that with him. Did y'all not see my video this morning?
Falling for what?
Yeah, what are
He
we
ain't
falling for?
changed.
He
He
ain't
hasn't changed. Y'all didn't
changed.
see. No, you didn't see him doing the same cash app for Con yesterday. Are y'all
Cash,
are y'all serious?
cash
Oh,
I can
I
tell
don't
app
know
y'all.
for
what
I can
what?
tell y'all ain't been over here.
Cash
What
App for
happened?
what?
The praise for Cash App yesterday. This is not his first time.
He ain't asked nobody. I was in there. He ain't asked nobody for no Cash App. Them
Of
people was
Nope.
course, yes,
sending
he
that
did
to him.
too. Yes, he did too.
I'm telling you, I was
I'm
up
not
there.
even gonna get out.
Did you hear him
Yesterday, you
asking
didn't.
for
Oh
Cash
my! Oh,
Apps,
did
Tulsa?
y'all didn't hear the reverse? It's the same. Oh my God! Please go
No.
watch my video.
But today he wasn't on no cash app. Today he
He's
was
always on coin.
But
Bring
did
him
he
here.
ask? Did you hear
Oh,
him ask
y'all gonna
anybody
be mad.
yesterday?
No, it's not. He's
I
not
didn't
gonna
hear him
front
ask.
to ask you. Don't send me nothing, y'all, cause the girl's gonna be mad. He does it all the time. He's trying to get that
Okay,
same 3,000. Girl, y'all, I ain't even gonna go there. Y'all can get this in my
but
video.
who
I'm not
ain't on?
repeating
But
Them
myself.
the people on here.
what's wrong with him asking for cash apps? I mean, we're all here. This is a business. If that's how he
It's
chooses
not
to run his
about that.
business,
It's about you sitting there
but what is
conning
it
like you.
about? It's his
How are you?
channel, Dory. If he wants to
eh,
listen, if I want to say
Okay,
y'all send me a cash app, that is my prerogative. That is my business. I'm here. I'm on the clock. I'm working.
but you
Yeah,
sitting there,
and see that's how
but
I
see,
look at it.
okay, well, I'm glad y'all do. I'm not here to sway you, but I'm gonna tell you one
But
thing
they
for
ain't.
sure
Gonna-
too.
I
To
mean, I
say
was doing
you
the
ain't finna
same thing.
pray, you ain't finna praise God, pretend to praise God like you praising the holy name in the name of Cash App. I'm just not doing it. You might as well lock the church doors. I'm mute.
Well, I was doing the
Y'all,
same thing
y'all see, y'all gonna learn. Y'all
when
gonna
I was
learn.
in Nessa's chat. I was giving her cash apps, and the
That's
bitch
not the
switched
point.
up on me. So anything Jay ain't switched up on me, but
Yeah,
Ness did.
go
So
disagree with him. Disagree with him.
huh?
Disagree with him and see what happened.
Well, we've
I
me and him
had
had
disagreed with
disagreed,
him
but we
Okay.
still cool.
plenty of times.
Where it counts, where it counts,
No, I
where it
mean, okay,
counts.
so I asked the question that because you
Mhm.
exposed that Mark was a married man. I asked him that question. He didn't drop me down. He did give me a full answer. We didn't argue, we didn't fight, and we still good. I think I think it's this cult mentality,
Oh, so
and
you
I
don't
think you
believe?
got.
So you forgave him? I
It's
mean,
not
so
about what
now
I
I'm
believe.
not for. I'm just trying
But
to
God
catch on.
forgives us on a daily. We have to
Uh,
repent on a
Yeah,
daily. So when we sitting
mhm,
up here pointing at somebody,
mhm.
we got fingers pointing back at us. So
Okay.
how am I going to get in the kingdom of heaven if I'm, out here criticizing everybody else and I got skeletons up in my closet?
yeah, being a judge. That's what exactly what they was talking about in Bible study tonight. Judging people. That's why I had to let that go. I'm not angry at Ness. I don't care for her, but I'm not angry at her. I don't care for Jay Dunn, but I'm not angry at her. You know, when I split, that was it. I didn't come for her. She had shit to say to me. But the time she said it, I had my grandbaby, so I couldn't respond. I just went on and dropped down. But the next time she saw me, it was a different story. So, but no, you can't. I'm Dory. I'm telling you, that hatred or
No, I don't have any
bitterness,
at all. No bitterness or hate. He's a cyberbully.
it,
He's a
it
bully, and
gotta
he's a
be.
liar. Yeah, he's no,
It,
he's a liar and he's a bully. But yeah, so no, I'm actually gonna get down Tulsa because I don't want us to be. I'm pissed off right now. I'm irritated because I'm
Well,
just
say what
picking
you
up.
gotta say, bitch. Say what you gotta say. Let's get it on right here, right now. Because you've been trying to
Mm.
persuade me to go up against this man because you got
No,
something
I
against
ain't
me.
trying to
What's the
persuade you at
tea?
all. Use a lie.
What's the tea?
Mm-mm.
What is the
Honey,
tea? Who you rolling with?
me,
No, it seemed like you
me.
rolling with somebody else. It seemed like you didn't came over here and
she
you want me to
rolling
be
with
mad
Ness
at him.
now. She
No,
rolling with
not at
Ness.
all. I'm
Yes, you
rolling with
are. I
me
see.
and my free thinker society.
But you
Mm-mm.
rolling. You
I
at Ness's and
Yeah, because I enjoy her.
okay. So that's who you rolling with, Dory.
No, I'm rolling. I've answered your question. I'm rolling with me, myself, and I
Well, listen,
only.
Dory, I feel like you want to cuss me out. Go ahead and cuss me out and get it on out the way so
Mm-mm.
we can have a good
I
old
ain't
time from
Go
know.
here.
ahead and get it out,
Because you
Dory.
I'm
didn't,
Go
just.
ahead.
yeah, because you didn't
Mm-mm.
damn took my mother, you didn't took my wrench off of your
I didn't
channel.
take
I
it.
want to
I
know
didn't
what
take a
all that's
jack.
about. Yes, you did take my wrench. You did
Girl, I
take
did
my
not
wrench.
take it.
You threatened me
Mm-mm.
earlier today. You said I'm gonna take your wrench.
No, I said
You
that because we wanted to
did.
get these dogs. I know what
Oh,
I said. Oh, nothing, Mama Fifi. Let me answer. Stop co-signing. Now, don't be disrespectful to me because I'm
I'm
being nice.
not.
Okay, thank you. Um, No, I said this morning. I'm so sleepy, y'all. I'm still drinking. I had just fell asleep. Got went out. She sushi feels. Come on, Blue. No. But let me make myself very clear, bitch, because you working my nerves, Tulsa now. Um, don't try to punk me up in this bitch, because you know it ain't finna happen, sis, bestie. Plus I was around my family, so I couldn't really get all into it. But now that I can, motherfuckers, listen to me and listen to me fucking good. I said I'm rolling with me, my motherfucking self, and motherfucking I. Get into it, bitch.
Sound like Stump Down. Get into it. Oh, so, Tulsa, you still here?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, what? Oh, did she leave?
Yeah, she dropped down as soon as she said what she had to say.
See, this is my thing. I don't want nobody to feel like I'm gonna go against Jay Wilson. I'm just not gonna go against him. And
No,
I
me
see that
either.
there's a
I don't let
yeah.
people tell me who to support. They got a problem with that person, that's them. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I feel
And
like it's a whole campaign around him. Oh, he's this, he's that. But you gave me like an even better understanding about your testimony, what you said earlier, there with your pastor and his beliefs and your disagreements and your frustrations. But when you had a conversation with him, y'all were able to come to a conclusion, and he, you know, um, reassured you that everything was going to be all right.
yeah. And I'm glad I did because but when I was in Jay Wilson's chat, when he was singing and praising and saying this is for somebody, and I thought about me and that pastor. Again, and I heard that bitterness around every time I saw him. He speak, I speak back, but that was it. But now I can carry on a conversation with him because we don't get that out of the way. I'm no
Hmm.
longer angry at him, and I really was wrong because I should have accepted him the um the way he accepted me. If he had an issue, he never told me. So yeah, I'm glad. It feels good, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm not being pulled into nobody's stuff. Everybody got to fight their own battle. Last time I got into a fight, I was on Lemons, and Lady Snoop came up, talking a bunch of junk,
To
and
you?
yeah, because it was the lady on that came that had been on Trish's channel. I'd seen her. I can't remember her name. I see Did Man, something like Did Man. I'd seen her, Lady Did Man, but I didn't know her personally. And she come on there calling me a crack addict and all this shit. And I'm wondering where this come from. It came from Trish with her low down behind. Trish told her, and she comes over there to Lemons. And so I said, well, I don't know you, but I heard about you using heroin. So Lady Snoop come up to my nah, she ain't never used no heroin. Another guy, the governor from
The mayor of Detroit? Uh-oh.
okay, yeah, my iPhone locks up at the time. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he came up and said I was a liar, and he called me all kind of addicts too. And I guess they hurt me. That can't hurt me. I celebrated 34 years clean, October the 17th of last year. So I don't give a shit. I told him y'all too late to hurt my feelings. Entirely too late. Should have done that shit 30 years ago when 34 when I was still carrying around that guilt of, you know, of what I did.
Well, listen, let's talk about it because you and I have both experienced crack cocaine, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, when you were, well, I'll just say, if you're comfortable, when we were in that stage or time and place in our life when we were using, um, what were some things that, um, like, I don't know, maybe like, how did you get on it? Like, did somebody introduce you to it? Was it your choice, or how did it go? Because I'm gonna share my story too.
Yeah, it was well, it was a guy, he's dead now. The first boyfriend I had. I went to see him, and when I went over there, we went to get some powder. But when I got there, I saw him doing that, and I tried it, and it was just unbelievable. But I was working in a profession. They were not taking your analysis back then, but I was in a profession, so we did it. Me and my ex husband, we did it on the weekends. Well, I had a friend. He was gay. That was my best friend. He smart guy. I mean smart. He had 2 degrees. He went back, and became a nurse. I saw him in the paper, but all along he was in addiction. But the thing was, I was sneaking. My ex husband, he stopped because he had a job that started um, um,
Drug
doing
testing.
urines. So he
Okay.
stopped. And I continued to sneak around. And sneaking around got me caught up, girl. Um, it took 3 rehabs within 4 years because I was fighting for my life. The last rehab, they told me, Um, my insurance paid twice. The third time I went in on a scholarship. And they told me I had to be clean a month before I could come into their program. And I did get clean for a month. And when I went there, even though it was like, uh, I went there October the 17th, but I was actually clean a month before. But I don't even worry about counting that. It's easier to remember October the 17th, because that's when I went in there into the rehab. And even then, I mean, I was still, I went into a rehab, and it was a lot of Baltimore people, and I was considered the Washington people because I lived in D.C. at that time. So it was like all like a rivalry going on. So I really wasn't focusing on getting clean and all. The second week, um, after I went to we used to have meetings, they give us breaks. We had meetings, people would talk. I I went to go to bed, and before I went to bed, I normally didn't. I got down on my knees and prayed. That was something I hadn't done. I couldn't remember when. I had gotten lazy. I pray in bed, if I prayed at all. But when I was down there praying, something came over me. I cried and I cried, and I'm not the type of person to cry in front of people. I had 2 roommates, and they looked at me like I was crazy. I know, and I just cried and I cried. The next day, and before that, they had something they used to call the hot chair. And I used to always tell them, put me in there, put me in there. And they kept telling me, no, you ain't ready. Because I wanted to go in there. People went in there and they would dog your ass, the counselors, and pick you and push you, you know. People would come, men would cry in that chair. I begged them to put me in it. They said, no, you ain't ready. The day after I got off of my knees and prayed, and whatever happened, I was scared the next day of that chair. I didn't tell anybody, but they could tell my counselors. I could tell something was wrong or was different because you wasn't talking shit. You always talked shit. You wasn't talking shit, and I wasn't. Cause I realized then that I was fighting for my life. It never hit me until the day that I got on my knees and prayed. So I know in the power of praying, I just get caught up into things. And, I ain't gonna say I forget it. I just let it go. But I'm gonna tell you, that's the only thing I did different from the first two rehabs. Um, I was a hardhead. The second rehab, they used to make me clean the walls with the siding with a toothbrush, cause I was an asshole. And I got out of there by calling my sister who didn't know about addiction, convinced her that they were gonna kill me because my blood pressure was going up, and it was near her, so she came and got me. Boy, my ex-husband was pissed off when he had to come and pick me up. But in the first rehab, I don't know. I wasn't as wild as I was in the next two, but I.
Uh-oh. I think you went off. um, but if you guys are just now tuning in, we have Real Mama Fifi sharing her experience, her life experience. She was out there, she was on drugs like I was, and what she's doing now, she's just sharing her experience, letting you guys know, hey, she went to rehab. Her ex-boyfriend, they were doing it together. Then her best friend, they were doing it. And then she was sneaking around and doing it. And so now we're on the part where she's in therapy. I mean, she's in rehab. And
Yeah, the
you back?
third rehab
Okay. The
in
third
four
rehab.
years. And and see, when we started off, we was freebasing. So I mean, that was before crack came out. Crack came out like in the mid to late 80s.
hmm Now, when you say free basin, we got Dory in the building. When you say free basin,
Mm.
what do you mean by that?
Put the powder in with some baking soda and cook it over the heat, and it'll come up in lump. And it was purer than buying crack because you don't know what they was putting in there. They had to cook it up. All of it had to be cooked up. But we was putting powder in, and anyway, we was freebasing, and then we started. Well, my ex stopped because of his job. He wasn't gonna lose his good job for no drugs, so he was able to stop. But I thought I was slick. I thought I could get away with it. But that third rehab, when I came home, they said go 90, 90, and 90, 90 meetings in 90 days. I never stopped. I stayed, I went 5 years straight. I went to meetings. I learned that I could party and have fun without drugs. I didn't think I could. I didn't think I'd be able to dance without drugs. I danced my ass off. We had a ball, you know.
Oh
But
wow.
I
Mm.
did find out that one addiction, when you stop one addiction, most time you go to another. The next addiction I picked up, yeah, my son to hear me, but it was the truth. He needs to know. It was sex. But thank God I was married. So I ain't had to go out there looking. But I could never get enough, you know? Um, but so we got it. He liked that part of it. But yeah, so like I say, I went for 5 years straight, but I didn't do nine and continue to do that. I eventually dropped down to the lowest I did was 3 or 4 meetings a week. Because aside from the drugs, you have your thinking has to change. And when most people, or me, I'll say me, when I got to the point where I started going to less meetings, that bad behavior that I had, it was popping out. I remember once a lady was bumping me, moving, and I parked my car, and I'm clean. I parked, stopped the car in traffic, got out, bust the window, and got my ass back in the car and took off. So I knew, I told my sponsor, she said, you need to start going to more meetings. I had a sponsor. She was a white lady, and I loved her to death. You know, so she told me you need to go, and that's when she started having me write out my steps, write out, so I was able to see my pain, see what I went through on paper, and that helps. Anybody, to me, anybody that gets clean or go through a 12-step program rather, and don't write out your steps, you're missing something that could save your life. Because there were times when I would look at that and I would realize how blessed I was. And I realized today I'm blessed. It was 8 of us that hung together. You know, we had female gangs in DC, and only 2 of us alive. And she was the only one in the group that didn't do anything, but she hung with us because one of the girls who was the leader was her sister. So she just hung with us. But we're the only 2. So I'm blessed. Out of everybody that was using, I'm the only one here. They've been dead. They were dead before I got clean. Yeah, before I got clean, they were dead. But they were all using heroin. I was scared of it. You know, they were trying to say, "Oh, come on, they just do skin pop." I said, "No, no skin popping for me. I didn't want it." But they would do that so you wouldn't see the track marks,
Hmm.
on their arms and stuff. But no,
Wow.
yeah. So I never skin pop. They just, hit their leg, not necessarily in a vein, just hit it in the skin.
Yes.
But yeah,
Well,
so that's when it happened. After I got clean, I had already gone to college before I started using. I had graduated and I was a supervisor where I was. I took extended leave 3 times, you know. And of course, being an addict, you learn to lie. So I had to lie to come up with a good reason for going out again. It was like every year and few months, I was taking a 30-day or 40-day vacation. And
getting high.
no, not getting high,
Oh, thank
going
God.
back into, no, going back into another rehab.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Cause
Okay.
yeah, I felt like if I didn't
So
do
you
it
didn't
then,
get high, right?
huh?
So you went there so you didn't get high?
No, no, I didn't. Well, I got high until I went into the last rehab. Yeah, I kept relapsing. I was relapsing. You're right. The first time I took the break, it was because I had relapsed. Um, and I remember my first birthday since the age of 12 that was clean because I started smoking pot at 12. So that was the first birthday. And then I relapsed about a month or 2 later. But I went back into another rehab and it works. I'm convinced the 12 steps work. That's, well, I won't bring that up. I tried to help somebody on here, but they weren't ready. But I wish they'd have told me, waste my damn time. And they
Yeah, but you
still,
know what? In those times where people wanted us to get clean, we'd be like, yeah. And so you can relate because remember you went in the first time and you wanted the help and wasn't really serious about it until like what the third time. But thank God that you're clean now. Dory, do you have any experiences of using? And I want to say this, Dory. I want to clear the air because this is my bestie. I love her to death, and we're not going to agree on everything.
no.
She has her perception on Pastor J. Wilson. I have mine, and I want to publicly do this in front of y'all. Me and my good girlfriend, we're gonna be good. We're just gonna work out our differences behind the scene. Dory. Dory must still be over there handling her dog. She was taking him for a walk. But I was gonna say, like, as far as like my story with using, I got started with my mama's best friend. It was a female. And that, I don't know, it was a lot. Um, so she had got me on it. I had my own apartment. It was me and my brother, my cousin. It was our apartment. And eventually my mom's best friend moved in, and one of her significant others, long story short, I got hooked on it. And I had did it, I don't even know how many years I did it, but I never did it out the glass pipe. I would do like the primos where you roll it up, put over some cigarette and smoke it that way. But um I had went through a traumatic time. It was just a lot going on, and I decided that I was going to take myself up out of here. But even when I was, smoking that stuff, I was praying and listening to my gospel and stuff until I had that overdose. But I didn't, thank God I didn't have to go to a rehab, through a rehab. Um, um,
Yeah,
and
that's
this was
good.
like around when I was 21. And so, I just winged it off and I just kept praying. I got in church, and um here we are today. But it takes a strong person. Man, that when you talk about addiction, that stuff has a hold on you. And it's like you don't think about nothing else but wanting to get high in that moment.
Yeah,
So
because I actually tried the church too, and I stayed clean for about 3 or 4 months. And then I went out again, you know. So I tried everything that I could. I was determined to get clean. I was a big disappointment to my family, I know, because I was the first one to go to college, and they expected more of me. And that played on my mind too, you know. Um, I felt like I was letting my family down, and my actual family as well. And I thank God that I didn't have any kids. I had my kids late. I had my last child over 40. So, but I was determined to get clean, make sure I could stay clean, and before I got pregnant. That was one thing I didn't want to do. I, um, so I had to get clean if I was gonna have any kids.
yeah. Well,
But you did good. You did it without a rehab,
hmm
and it
did
took
it
me
without it.
three.
Well, hey, to each his, we all have our own journeys, but sometimes shit, and that's just like, okay, well, you may have done rehab 3 times, but shoot, I have been in and out of shelters maybe like 2 or 3 times, just, trying to keep myself afloat. Because once I had got off the drugs, I had moved here to Tulsa, and I stayed with family. That
Yeah.
was a gift and a curse. That was a gift and a curse.
Why was it a curse, family?
Man, it was just like,
They wasn't throwing up in your face where your past.
well, what it was, um, I went to go stay with a cousin and I was staying there and everything was good. And then her boyfriend, her baby's daddy at the time, had an issue because me and her sister wanted to make up a dance. She was still in, I think she was a singer. And she wanted to make up a dance in the living room. So I'm like, okay, let's do a dance. And he come in, I had on my little Hooter shorts, and he made a big fuss about it. She ended up telling me that I had to leave. She tried to fight me that night. She called the police. And long story short, she ended up having to drive me to my grandma's house. And it was so crazy because, like, girl, why is you trying to fight me, girl? I don't have nobody here. Like, I'm not trying to fight and do none of that. So long story short, I went and stayed with my grandma for a little bit. And then my biological father and his girlfriend, they wanted to get into it with me for some reason. Um, they said that I had stole my grandma's freezer key. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with a freezer key? And what am I gonna do with the food?
I
You know what
know
I'm saying? Like, I'm staying here. What is wrong with y'all? So it was one night. They had called over, and they was just this is my biological father. He called over, him and his girlfriend. They had got something started, and then they was on the phone. My grandma talking stuff about me, and I got on the phone and I cussed my daddy out and told him and his girlfriend if they come over with their BS that I was gonna be waiting and I'm ready to get the showdown. Man, they come over. I'm thinking that it's just them, so I got a bar stool in my hand, like nigga, I'm about to knock y'all asses out. Um, so the police is there. So long story short, my grandma, she's a big old actress. She fell out. She got to go to the hospital. My grandma's boyfriend was there. So they were about to take her off to the hospital. My daddy and his girlfriend is out there telling them that I need to be out the house. So they influenced my grandma to say I had to be out the house. My grandma's boyfriend drove me to the hospital and I'm in a waiting room. Man,
Yeah.
while I'm in a waiting room of the hospital that I was born in, which is right down the street, the sheriffs come to me and say my grandma don't want me here. So I get kicked out the hospital on behalf of my biological father and his then girlfriend. I'm
That's a
walking down the street trying to figure out where I need to go. This dude pull over. He was a trick, and he said I can get a hotel. I had to give up some ass just to have a bed to sleep in that night. So I went out on the street.
yeah.
This is my first time coming back to Tulsa. I don't know all my way around here. I'm still getting familiar with the stuff. But that right there, when my daddy turned against me, that hurted me more than anything.
I can imagine.
But it really didn't. I knew, like, my dad, he would let his girlfriend call us, cuss us out, things like that.
Oh
And he would
no.
sit and he would laugh. He would sit and he would laugh. He would be listening when his girlfriend would call and cuss us out. So fast forward to today. Do I speak to my daddy? I call him when I want to. Have I called him recently? I have not called him recently. Um, because I don't, my dad, he likes to use me. He wants me to give him, he wants to use me. Let's just say that. I'll just keep it right there. And my
Yeah.
thing is, I'm not in the business of being used. And, I
No.
don't even know where my daddy stay at, to be honest, but my daddy knows where I stay at.
Oh,
So
so he's in Tulsa.
yeah, he in Tulsa here. Yes.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Hold on, let
not
me
you.
call this
Is you
Negro and
think
see if
he
he'll answer.
is he you think he's still harboring feelings?
Child, I don't know what it is. Look. Let's see if he answers. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear.
Hello?
Hey daddy, how you?
All right. How you doing?
I'm good. What you up to?
Eating dinner?
Oh, okay.
I ain't heard from you in a while. Where you been?
I've been in therapy.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, it's been tough. I had to pull myself together.
Oh, have you?
I did. I had to pull myself together. I did.
Yeah, I tried to come by your house. I said, well, I better wait until you call me.
Yeah.
Wait till you call me,
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, I'm all right. Body up for the good Lord.
Yeah. You still go to church?
Yep.
How about we go this Sunday?
I'm there every Sunday.
Okay. We ain't gonna have no special guest star because I don't do Gina, and she just got locked up. She was stalking somebody. That lady is crazy.
Hey, somebody.
She got locked up for that. I saw it on the jail roster. That lady is crazy. I don't That's what I told I man, I don't listen, I'm not trying to take nobody away from the Lord, but out of
Right.
man, you got some crazy ass exes, daddy.
I didn't
Know where the hell you got them from?
either. I don't know.
Yeah. She ran down on me in the at this little save a lot over here by my house. I'm over there doing my grocery shopping, and she had roll up on me, and I don't do it like that.
Right.
It was just like, hey, let me give you a hug and keep it pushing. But then she gonna call my brother Jermaine them and tell them that I guess they told her that I didn't like her, but then she calls them and they was on the phone. Then she say, well, why did she give me a hug in the store, ma'am? I'm just trying to keep the peace.
That's all.
That's
Yeah.
it. I don't want no beef with you. I just need to be out the way. But no, as long as she not gonna be there Sunday, I'm there, Daddy.
Yeah. I don't have no idea. I ain't seen it about since I've been going.
Ooh, ain't God good? You ain't gotta say no more. Ain't God good?
All the time.
Well, I'm gonna be in church this Sunday. I'm gonna bring Matt too.
That's fine. That'll be good.
Okay, Angela there.
Yeah, she's back there in the room getting herself together for work in the morning.
Okay, just yell out and tell her I say hello.
Oh, baby.
Don't you call me Junior.
Said, hello. I'm about to get
You about to get out of line.
about to see me killed. I'm trying to tell her hello. Yeah, she said hello.
Okay. Well, listen here.
Well, that's going to leak down in my damn throat. I thought I would need to be patted in the ground back.
Oh my goodness. No, but I'm just ready to work on our relationship, Daddy, and just have more good times and
Oh,
really elevate. I just want you in my
Jermaine's
life.
gonna be down here next month.
Huh?
Jermaine's gonna be down here next month.
Yeah, they going to a family reunion, and Daddy, I'm not gonna attend. I'm just
Well, he
not.
say coming over here.
Okay.
Uh, Jermaine and Brandon and I think the children. I think that's what he told me.
Yeah. Well, he will, and I'll let you know a
Well, I
little
know
bit
it.
more. I'll let you in on some stuff that's been going on, but not today. I gotta hit you up tomorrow, okay? But I
Oh,
just wanted to
okay.
call you before I make it to bed. Today, my oldest sister birthday, so I gotta call her and wish her happy birthday too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear from you.
It's good, yeah. And I'm here, so if you wanna well, tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. I said if
Yeah,
you
me
want to
too.
stop by on the weekend and check us out.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll be here.
Okay. I love you.
Okay, I love you too.
All right, talk to you in a bit.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye bye. All right, so that was my daddy.
That was sweet. And I'm glad you did. You did call him after all, because life is too short. We don't know when we going. We go to sleep. We don't know if we're gonna wake up in the morning. So I'm glad you made up and you reached out to him because as a parent, he wasn't going to. Men now, they a lot of times they don't reach out, family or otherwise. But it. Sound good, Tulsa. I'm proud of you, girl. I really am. But so how long have you been clean?
This is a serious subject, but I think Tracy is the
I, I saw that.
rehab. I think Tracy Edges need to slide to rehab. You're so
uh,
silly.
yeah, I didn't laugh out loud, but I saw that because she's not what I would call a friend. We
Hmm.
stay the hell out of each other way, but if she come for me, she know I'm coming back at her,
Yes.
and that's just beef, you
And
know.
see, Miss Real Mama Fifi, I just try to be as transparent and honest as possible. And I think that's why Pastor Jay, he really messes with me, because he knows that I'm not here for no harm. I ain't here to, take away from nobody. Like I said, we have our own things going on,
Yeah,
you know.
even me. And I made a decision when I had a new grandbaby. I made a decision that I was going to change my habits and my behavior, and I did. Um, I've only beef with that one time. That was at night, and she wasn't here. I refuse to respond, beef, curse, anything around my grandbaby.
Mhm.
She's too precious. I'm not gonna do it. But I stay offline taking care of my baby more so. And I'm gonna say it. Then Pizarro, if she actually got 4 kids, she need to be in there washing ass, feeding, doing hair, homework. How the hell can you stay on YouTube all night? See, look at me. Look at me. Shut up, Felita. You you crazy girl. Yeah,
Absolutely.
my
Wanda
girlfriend
is
in here.
something else, ain't she? Huh?
Yeah, she's saying there you go. Yeah, she crazy, but yeah. So,
So
but
look,
yeah,
we had a lot of testimonies today. I didn't get back with my daddy. You done made up with the pastor. Well, your pastor.
yeah,
Um, and I got my babies in line to be fixed. God is just showing out, honey.
yes, and I'm proud of you. The way you take care of them kids and
Yeah.
provide for them. Yeah, you may be on here sometime, but you don't sit on here all day. You get
Mm-mm.
off, do what you got to do, and if you come back, you come back. But we can see you leave here.
Yeah,
I don't know where you at, but you are not on YouTube. So
that's
I
right.
assume you in here, yeah, taking
Getting
care of the
doing
house.
life be
Yeah,
life and getting honey and the kids and see the best thing about me is I got big kids, so they don't require a lot, so
right.
as long as I know they got what they need, okay, we did dinner already. Now they in there figuring them. Well, oh, they in there about to shower and stuff now. But usually their bedtime will be like 9, but our oldest being that they in high school and stuff, so shit, a little bit after 9,
Yeah, she stay up a little
because they
later.
yeah, because we they don't ride the bus, we take them to school, so it don't be an issue.
Yeah, I used to do that with my son.
Hmm.
Yeah. My
Uh,
girlfriend then came in here. She listening. I never told her my story, but she's just sitting down at the bed, just my eyes wide open. Um, and it's not that I was hiding it. It's
yeah.
just you just don't talk about it to everybody unless somebody has experienced it. They may
Hmm.
not understand it.
That's right. Well,
You
tell your good
know.
girlfriend we say hello here at the Queen Tulsa show. And real Mama Fifi is definitely a queen in the village. You definitely support, you pour out love, you give out. I mean, even with you sharing your experiences, even the people that may have family members or something like that, whatever resonates, they're able to take something back. And so I appreciate you for that. Wanda says, that's why I respect Queen Tulsa in the beef sector. You allow me to beef and don't block. Tracy blocks me, but she goes on her channel and tells me to come over.
Yeah, so look, I don't get along with her, but I went and sat in her chat once
Uh-huh.
about just being devilish.
Uh-huh.
I went and sat in her chat, and she had some words for me in YTC's uh, channel the next time, but I laughed because I know I wasn't mad. I was just being devilish. Sometimes you just want to do something
Uh-huh.
not too bad. Yeah.
Not
Sit
too
there.
bad, but you just want to get your little feet wet a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me go kick up some water just a little bit.
All right, girl. Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you. And
It's,
listen, any closing words before we take out?
now, just be if you all somebody has someone in their family that's using, don't give up on them. Because I had friends that didn't get clean. I never gave up on them. And my family and friends told me, don't keep giving her money. I said, I give her this money than she go out and have to do something to get some money. So, but yeah, because chances are one day they will get clean. When they get tired of being tired, and that's what I had done. I'd really gotten tired of it. I was tired of the way it made me feel. So, like I say, when I got clean and I started partying, and I found out I could party without anything but Coca Cola. Oh, it was on. So that's it, girl.
Oh, thank you. I love you, and we'll catch you around the streets.
All right, love you too, Tulsa.
Okay.
You cool. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye. That was real Mama Fifi, baby. She is definitely an icon. Um, when it comes to life experience, to the younger generation, she has like a lot of iconic moments. Well, in the party scene, we were iconic, but they not iconic now, right? She's out of that lifestyle, and so am I. But listen here, you just never know what you're gonna get here. We can have the beef, we can have do this and do that, but then we'll have real conversations. We got a lot accomplished today. You all have a great day on purpose. You guys will see me out in the streets. I think I'm about to turn my troll on. Okay, hold on. Let me change my avatar. I think if y'all see me out like this, y'all know I'm trolling and it's up. But I love you all. I'll see you on the next broadcast. Have a great evening on purpose and always put your higher power first. So long.